You know what I mean? It's like, brr, 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 tear, right? So it's like it was this strange, conflicted feeling of like, man, those are my memories, and that's when I was going through that, right? Because a recording is such a snapshot of where you are in your life. I'm stoked about the re-records I got to do, because I was like, you know, I'm really happy that I was able to.
There are moments on American television when you can feel it instantly. This isn't just a conversation, it's the crossing of two worlds, between the man who stands on stage every night to make people laugh and the woman who steps on stage to make millions of hearts tremble. And that night, under the warm lights of the Ed Sullivan Theater, Stephen Colbert asked Taylor Swift a question that made the entire audience fall silent. How do you, on your worst days, still become the person your fans need you to be? A question that sounds simple, yet touches the heart of anyone who has ever struggled under the weight of expectations. It opened the door to a beautiful story, one about discipline, kindness, and the responsibility that people like Colbert and Taylor carry on their shoulders every single day. And strangely, though they come from two completely different worlds, they understand each other in a way that feels almost uncanny. One once hosted his show with a burst appendix. The other performed a 3.5-hour concert with stomach flu, smiling as if everything was perfect. The setting of that conversation wasn't about the spotlight, it was about the other side of the craft: endurance, backstage loneliness, and the ways artists rebuild themselves before stepping out again. Taylor spoke of nights returning to her hotel, sinking into a bath, ordering a table full of comfort food, signing 2,000 CDs just to quiet her racing mind. She talked about mysterious audiobooks, moss-covered old British mansions, family secrets, worlds she escapes into to forget, for a moment, the 70,000 people waiting for her outside. And then, like a soft note cutting through the relentless rhythm of work, Taylor spoke about home, a place with no studio, no awards, no trace that Taylor Swift lives there. Just a regular girl wearing a Victorian nightgown, raising 3 cats, hoping that if someone happened to look through her window, they might think they've seen a ghost. That story raises a much bigger question. If even the most famous people on Earth are fighting to live up to expectations, then how gently should we treat ourselves? What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments. When Stephen Colbert continued the conversation, he wasn't asking out of curiosity alone. He asked with the empathy of someone who has stood in that same place, someone who knows that stepping on stage every night, regardless of health, mood, or chaos in one's personal life, is a near sacred commitment to the audience. And that's why Taylor immediately responded with a half-joking question. Didn't you once host your show with a burst appendix? The audience burst into laughter, but what came next made the room quiet again. Behind Taylor's smile was a truth. She has performed while sick, trembling backstage, fighting her own body, yet still walked out with the full force of an Eras Tour performance. And she said something simple but deeply revealing. There is no other option. You give everything. Colbert nodded slowly. He understood, because sometimes what lifts you back to your feet isn't strength or energy. It's the awareness that something bigger than you is waiting. For Taylor, it's fans who've saved money, made costumes, crafted friendship bracelets. For Colbert, it's millions at home who need a moment of laughter after a long day. Then the conversation shifted, lightly but with a kind of tender honesty. Colbert asked, "What's the biggest difference between Taylor Swift at home and Taylor Swift on stage?" The answer made everyone laugh because of how real it was. "I like wearing Victorian nightgowns. If someone saw me through a window, I'd want them to think they saw a ghost." And in that moment, a beautiful truth appeared. The most powerful woman in entertainment today, when she's home, wants nothing more than to be invisible. No Grammys, no trophies, no studio, no songs. Just Taylor, a girl who loves quiet rooms, a piano tucked in a corner, and the feeling of returning to herself. Under the soft stage light, Taylor revealed something artists rarely say aloud. Everyone in her private life, friends, family, is completely locked down. No leaks, no betrayals, no private moments sold to the press. In the noise of show business, she doesn't take that for granted. She cherishes it. Colbert then asked a surprisingly intimate question. How do you wind down after the adrenaline of a show? Taylor laughed. I can't sleep. I'm like a flickering light bulb. She described her ritual, returning to the hotel, stepping out of the glitter, sinking into warm water, mermaid time, then ordering room service big enough to feed a small army. But for Taylor, that's powering up for another long night. Then comes the sweetest detail. She signs 2,000 CDs. She said that using her hands, kneading dough, writing, crafting, helps her brain switch off for a moment. So her nights are simple, almost quiet, listening to audiobooks, signing CDs, eating fries, glowing under warm yellow lights. And the most adorable moment, her youngest cat, Benjamin Button, sleeping on her head. She told that story with a brightness in her eyes, as if among all the roles she plays, the role of cat mom might be her favorite. Behind stadium roars, bright lights, and record-breaking headlines, there is a Taylor Swift who is hardworking, funny, humble, and in love with small things. And the conversation with Stephen Colbert, if you look closely, was really about this. Even at the highest peak, an artist must build a safe corner to breathe, to be soft, to be themselves. Sometimes, don't we all need a ritual like that? A bath, a book, a song, a pet. Something to tell ourselves, it's okay, today I did enough. If we had to compress everything Stephen Colbert and Taylor Swift shared that night into one message, it would be this. No matter how famous you are, you're still trying every day to become the best version others expect, while also protecting the quiet version of yourself at home. Taylor reminds us that true strength doesn't lie in perfect performances or impossible records. Strength lies in tiny decisions, showing up when you're tired, staying kind under pressure, finding a place to breathe when the world feels too loud. Behind the spotlight, everyone is just a human trying to balance. And Colbert, sharp yet sincere, helped reveal that. It wasn't just entertainment, it was a rare moment where both interviewer and guest let their vulnerability show beautifully. Perhaps the most inspiring image of all is Taylor after a concert, slipping into warm water, eating her favorite foods, signing CDs, listening to audiobooks, letting her cat sleep on her head. A sequence of ordinary rituals that bring her back to who she truly is. And all of us, living fast, living pressured, living tired, might need rituals like that too. Moments reminding us that life doesn't always require brilliance. Sometimes it only asks for peace. What do you do to land softly after a long day? Share it in the comments because your story might be exactly what someone else needs. And if you enjoy stories like this, hit subscribe so we can meet again in another warm, thoughtful broadcast.